crack on then. So we're with Josh at Black Anvil Tattoo Studio. And we're just going to have a chat about tattoos and the upcoming Call of the Wild Festival. And so yeah, that'll be about it. And we've also got Robbie, who is our victim for the moment. Yeah, he's going to sit there and be really brave and silent and not wince while he's being tattooed. Yeah. Right then, mate. Tell us a bit about yourself and the shop.
So I started tattooing with a guy called Ron in like 2009, 2010ish, and then we opened we didn't originally open in this shop. We opened just out road, just on the high street down there. But we opened, me and another guy opened it. We sort of worked together for a bit, and then G was sat over there. We took her on, and then it got a bit too big. So there were like 3 of us in a tiny little shop, weren't they, mate? It was horrendous. It was like horrible. No, everyone was just on top of each other. So we moved up here in, I think it was 2021, wasn't it? We moved up here. Back end of the year, just before Christmas. Yeah. So we opened up here just after lockdown, and yeah, it's been sort of solid ever since. Yeah, it's good. We've got a good crew of people. There's like 7 of us who work here. So there's me, there's Georgie, there's Dan who'll be at Call It Wild, there's Kirsten who might be at Call It Wild, there's a kid called Connor who works there, there's Chloe who's an apprentice, and then we've got a guy called Padley who comes and works on a Friday, one of my really good mates. So yeah, it's a good crew of people, it's a good laugh.
Cool. Yeah, it's a decent size, isn't it? You've got plenty of room.
Big old shop.
Yeah, I like it.
Big old flash collection.
Yeah. No, it's mega. Is it your like pick of the guitars and that? Is it your creative?
Yeah, I play guitar and that, so.
Yeah, so it was.
Just wanted to. That's what got me into tattooing, is like metal and fucking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, like Pantera and bands like that.
Yeah.
Tattooing and shit.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's kind of what we were looking at doing with this bit. Is I was like trying to say, look, there's obviously a definite link between rock music and tattoos, but well, music in general, really. I think tattooing and you get, if you look in any sort of genre, I think you got tattoos are on most artists, aren't they?
I think we're in like the metal. I don't know. I suppose now, like even with like rap and stuff, like
that's
all
what
the
I mean.
rappers
Yeah.
have got tattoos. And
Yeah.
It's mad, isn't it?
But yeah, it does tend to be metalheads that were.
Yeah, punks who got loads of tattoos,
yeah, that's it. So is it just like the scene of it then? Was why you wanted to get tattoos?
Not necessarily. Like, I remember like walking past. I was probably maybe about like 11 or 12. And I remember like walking. I used to go to like the next village over. It's called like Waff, and I used to go to the school there. And my mum used to work at a primary school, so I used to walk down and I used to walk past the tattoo shop every day. And I remember being like 11 or 12, so I'd been pretty early on at school and like walking down past it. And there were like motorbikes parked outside and there were like metal music blaring out.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's fucking cool. That's a bit of me. So.
Yeah.
And my dad's like, my mum and dad are like both. I won't say as much. My dad's a metalhead, but my mum like both like Metallica and like Pantera and Iron Maiden and all that kind of shit. So Black Sabbath, grew up listening to all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just started, sort of just made sense after a while. I was like, oh, that's kind of what I'm.
Yeah.
And I just remember looking at that shop and thinking, I want to do that. That's what I want to do. And then that was it. Like from there, I started pestering him from being about 13. So and then he let me work there. Let me work there on a weekend. Let me work there on a weekend and I'd call him most days. From being like 14, 15. So
just helping out.
Yeah. He used to get me doing some fucking weird stuff like it all actually helps at long run, but he'd get me like tattooing pieces of paper on kitchen roll outside and stuff when I was like young. So that I couldn't hurt my son, like blunt needles and that, so I could like jab my son up and stuff with him. But it was brilliant with me, to be fair.
That's pretty impressive though. So this is what you've done then since being a kid tattooing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I done my jobs and stuff. Like I worked on doors and I was a chef for a bit and stuff and did like them kinds of things, but never, like I did like a cooking qualification while I was doing my tattooing apprenticeship. This is my mum and dad were like, it's not a fucking real job. What do you mean?
Yeah,
so, like,
get a real job.
Yeah,
there's no money in tattoos.
No money in that. But they're like, they love it now. They're like them supportive and stuff. So like, they're not like, they're like, all right. You know what I mean?
They've only got to eat that one a bit, haven't they?
To be fair, I proper like wouldn't have like done hardly any of it with art. Like they helped me out loads with stuff. Like so, as soon as they were like, oh, he's not just gonna do what he's doing and take loads of drugs and do what I think he's gonna do. It's gonna be things. Guys, so 1 minute. Yeah, is that alright?
Make it look nice. That's why he's here. I can't do none on it. I can just talk a bit.
we did social media here, didn't we? Like we've done like 2 stints of it being like really good. Like everyone's like super fucking good at it for like 20 minutes, and then everyone's like, nah.
I fucking hate it. I don't even do it for the station, and I should. To be fair, I'm just rubbish. I can't pretend, and I can't act enthused.
I can't feign interest in it.
Yeah, that's it. It's like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh.
Keep this off camera.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
but I
don't.
But to be fair, like, and I think the thing that like, the thing that does me head in about social media, and especially in tattooing, is no one's posting like. Everyone's posting the wins, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? No one's posting like just done another infinity sign, and no one's like putting, you know what I mean? Like no one's doing that. People are like, here's this fucking tattoo that I put 107 hours into.
Yeah.
Client paid $3,000 for. You can book it in a full day. Like no. You know, like,
I've just done YOLO on somebody's shoulder.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no one's posting when they've written lads on the mate's house.
That's what I mean,
Yeah, it just grew really. It just grew out of... The guy that I worked with before were like mad talented. Bit of a wreck, but mad talented. Like stupidly talented, so good. But me and him sort of like had a bit of a and then I ended up having this and it literally just grew out of control. I was just like, I think this little shop, it'll be pushed in the mate will work there, and then how long have I been tattooing you before you apprentice? A couple of years?
Like 2-3 years.
Yeah, so and then she was like, oh, I want to be a tattooist. And do you know what, mate? Like, she can fucking draw, bro. Like, like, turning that talent down and it'd just been done. Do you know what I mean? So like, I'd have been like, so she like showed me her drawings and like, there's this bit when you're like, you've been drawing in tattoo shops since you were 14, and someone like her comes in and can just draw a face without looking, and you're like, fuck. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Can't turn that away. So we apprenticed G, and then Dan came along, and then me and Kirsten worked together before, and it just fucking
makes you know there's 7 on each shop.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Do you have all 7 on your working at the same time some days as well, or do you?
Yeah, we can do 6.
Yeah,
So like, obviously Chloe's still learning, so she tends to not. She'll tattoo on a Friday, but usually in someone else's booth.
Yeah.
So like 6, usually 6 at once.
It's a lot going off though, that,
It
isn't
gets
it?
busy, yeah.
Yeah.
It gets busy.
That's cool. And is the music? Is it one of the criteria to work here? You got to be a metalhead.
It used to be. It used to be literally. So like, we literally used to play like me and G are both like. I say me and you have got like the heaviest. We're like the heavy into the heavier stuff. Dan's pretty everywhere. Kirsten's pretty everywhere. They're pretty eclectic.
Yeah.
Me and G are like metal or punk or rock or death. So we're like, I like a bit of rap and stuff, but no.
It's just one of them, isn't it? Sometimes it's like you were saying about when you were a kid. If you walk into a tattoo studio and in the back of your mind you are expecting it to be playing rock music.
In a little bit, yeah.
A little bit, you are expecting
I think now they play like lift music than me. Like,
yeah, that's it, yeah.
Like, I see on like Instagram videos and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, fucking. Anyway, coolest tattoo shop I've ever been in was like Rocker Ages in Austin in Texas.
Oh,
and that were like the fucking. I got tattooed there by Steve and Bern, and that was just like Black Sabbath and like primarily like there was just loads of Black Sabbath and fucking just really cool music, yeah. And it's
Yeah.
like, sick. That's what you want, innit? You want cool stuff on walls and fucking cool music.
Yeah, that is it. Yeah, yeah.
That's what makes you walk in, I think. You won't put your head through
It's attracts you, doesn't it? Yeah. I'd have been exactly. Well, that's the same link as what I was. It's you know, bikes, metal music. Next thing you know, you're into tattoo shop that little bit. And you're like, oh,
sick.
then you're in, aren't you? And then that's downhill spiral there. Isn't it?
Yeah, you set off and you're like,
But
you
no,
got to sleep. You're like, oh,
how did that happen? But I come in because I like what we're on radio.
Yeah. Just wanted to listen to the end of that fucking Pantera song and now I'm going to back piece. What happened to it, Robbie?
Is that it? Dangerous, isn't it? Dangerous. Coming in it. You need earplugs in.
To be fair, he's like one of the longest standing customers, I think. How long have we done it? You're like 9 years or something like that.
Coming up 8, I think.
Yeah, like fucking it's a long time. We were 2017, wasn't it? I think first time we tattooed you.
Yeah.
I think it's good though, isn't it, when you get that connection with the artist where you're like, oh, this is it. This is where I'm coming.
Oh, mate,
this
it's like we draw some ridiculous shit on it. Fucking that is like.
Yeah.
Cause I like to freehand. I like to just go at it with a pen.
Yeah, well, I've seen some videos of that as well.
Yeah.
I saw one with a cover up. You did a was it like a mask on the forearm, like a like a demon sort of mask thing, and then some onto hand. So I saw that, and I saw you sketch that out with the pens, and then line it on.
Yeah, I do a lot. Well, I just think like for cover ups as well, which is what I do a lot of. I just think you can just draw it directly over what you're doing instead of trying to fucking mark it out and then print and then you've got to draw it anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, why not just draw it directly on the person? Like, so if you're at Call It Wild and you want to get a freehand tattoo.
And then, so how did that come about then? Getting in with to go do Call of the Wild. Did they?
Honestly, so like, can we talk about like drugs and alcohol and this thing?
I ain't got a problem.
So
I like that we're like,
when John comes, is John coming?
John says he's going to come down
well,
about.
if John comes, John will tell his side of the story, which is funny. I think it's funny shit. But I first met John. John booked in for a tattoo, and I never met him before. And at the time, I used to be quite the weed smoker at the time. So I used to smoke a lot of weed very, 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 very heavily. Like, talking like, yeah, you know what I mean? I was pretty flat out on it, so I used to go wild with weed. And I turned up and John walked in the shop and he was like, hey mate, and I'm like, have you met John? You know, he's like dead soft spoken in here, like big dude, like thing. I'm like, oh, this guy looks cool, this will be alright. So I fucking come to the shop and I'm like, hey mate, oh, you come for that eagle, haven't you? And he's like, no mate. I'm like, oh fucking hell. And he had this bull skull and I was like, that's what I was like, really high. And he was like, are you sure you're alright to do it? And I'm like, yeah mate, yeah, I'm just gonna fucking have a smoke and that and then we'll fucking crack on and do it. And I literally just freehanded this like gigantic bull skull on his chest. And we just got on proper well. I think I had like ZZ Top on and stuff and like Skinhead and shit like that, which is like I love them bands, they're one of his favourite bands, and just got talking about music. One of John's favourite albums like Boston, you know, the Boston album.
Yeah.
I think I had a couple of like songs off that on and then he was just like, oh, he's not a retarded stoner, he's just like he's actually alright.
He's releasing your creativity.
Yeah, actually. So we did that and then I just kept tattooing him loads, got mates with him. And they were like, oh, do this festival. I was like, well, we'll do this tattoo. First year, it was just me and you, wasn't it, G? Yeah. We did it first year. We did it in this like little cabin. Like 1 in 1 out. It was horrendous. Yeah, still got pictures of it. It was mad. But I ended up making some like really good, just pals, and me and John like get on really well. John Hodgson, a guy who goes all the time. He's fucking very nice dude. Got loads of time for him. Gilly and that. They're all just love the crowd of people. Ended up tattooing a couple of bands as well, which was really cool. Ended up tattooing Black Spiders. Like I still tattoo Pete like once or twice a month from that first time going.
Yeah.
See Pete regularly. Their new album's out, by the way. Just saying.
I've had the press release of that. Yeah.
So have a look at that. That's a really good album. ended up tattooing like those damn crows as well, and then they came and visited here and stuff. And did all that.
Mega.
So it's just mint, yeah, just a really good time. And
Yeah.
just
It is a good festival for that. It's got a great good feel about it, hasn't it? And
yeah, it's
everything,
like,
yeah.
it's been nice. You come with us last year, didn't you, Chloe, and fucking got way too pissed.
Yeah. Yeah, we played it back in 22 in the band I was in, and our guitarist couldn't make it, so Gav actually came and played guitar, stood in with us, didn't you?
Yeah.
And you were planning on going home, and then never left. Because
It's just fun, innit?
yeah, that's it. Because I'm a sad old man, you see, I took my caravan. I've got a caravan.
Mate, that's
So
not
I-
sad. That's smart.
It's
So,
smart, yeah, well that's it. So I took that and set that up, and then he was just going to come down and play and then go. And then he's like, I've had too many beers. I'm like, that's it, van with us. And then next morning we got on it. It's like, you're not driving again today, are you? He's like, no. So just had a weekend. And then when we did take caravan on the last day, we went back at night. We took caravan on, put it away, and then went back for last night, like. So yeah, it's got a good atmosphere and good vibe. We had a good crack, didn't we? Hey up, mate. How we doing? Alright, well, good. Anyway, so Big John from Call of the Wild. Not just John from Call of the Wild, but for the purposes of
Your
this,
entire identity
yes,
now.
my identity is Call of the Wild, John.
Take it.
Take it, yeah, there's worse things to be associated with, isn't there? Yeah, so 7 weeks away.
7 weeks away.
7 weeks from now will be
Day 3.
Day 3.
Neck deep.
Neck deep. Yeah, wobbling around, semi-professional drunkism.
I'm up and I'll have had me stout for breakfast about 11 o'clock, and that'll
Yeah.
just bedded me in. I'll be alright then.
Nice.
Bit of mingling. Be alright.
Yeah, networking, isn't it?
Keeping the customer happy.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Okay.
Honestly, I'm so glad I get to like tattoo there all day because I could not drink like that anymore. Being like, could not. I would be dead. I would literally.
There are some seasoned professionals within our crowd, for sure.
It's a long game, though. You have to play the long game, isn't it?
Pace.
Because
It's all about pace.
Exactly. So for the younger generation out there that go at it like a bull at a gate, it's the wrong approach, isn't it? The wrong approach. It's steady, constant flow of alcohol.
I'm like wobbler over here.
Oh man, I bet you can't remember. It was the greatest manoeuvre I'd ever seen, and you performed it with it. We were at the bar, like the VIP bar backstage bit.
I did?
Yeah. And
Not known for my manoeuvres, to be
Oh,
fair.
you did well. You did well. We'd inherited this random drunk, and he was waffling on and on. And you managed to sort of sidestep him round, so as he were talking, you kept moving. And then he locked on us. And you then slipped round the back and went, and we got stuck with him then, and you'd had him in ear for like 40 minutes, and I was like, he's just fucking done us.
Customer service, that.
It was a good trick, to be fair. He never felt like he'd left him. As far as he knew, time had gone and he'd
Just
moved
sailed
on.
away.
He sailed out, yeah. And then we saw him a few weeks later at Download Festival. Exactly the same outfit, wobbling around on his own, didn't we? And I was like, that's that fucking dude. And we kept a clear berth, yeah.
There were a guy, I think it was first year when he did it. I can't remember his name. They were really nice, but Kevin asked for a tattoo on the Saturday. And he like literally came up and just like, and I was like, yeah. He came back next day and was like, really sorry mate, or I'm a just can I have this really nice skull on me out? And I was like, oh yeah mate, yeah, no problem about that. Fucking hell. Brilliant. First explanation was way better. I should have done it off that.
Yeah, just a blob.
Mate, I don't know how people do it, mate. I don't know how, because I used to go to like Download fucking every year without fail for years. And I just do not know how I used to. I used to do it like that. You're all heroes, man.
It's a pace thing. All it is pace, isn't it?
He don't pace himself. He don't fucking pace himself. He's lying.
If you feel
Just
yourself
like
getting a bit wobbly though, you just have to just lean off a little bit, don't you? And then move back in again. I'm not convinced you were going to do
You know,
that.
that's the face of a lie. That's what I'm
Yeah, I'll say nothing and then nothing can be documented as me lying.
Animal.
My reputation precedes me.
Yeah.
What did you play?
22.
22. Oh, it's changed since then. The bar's changed since then.
Has it?
Yeah, so we now have the bar within the marquee.
Right, yeah, cool.
Much bigger marquee, and even bigger this year, so be a similar sized bar but a bigger stage, bigger production in there. So it's moved on since you were with us.
It's cool because like the bar's like a lot of bars like up one side with the stage inside.
Yeah.
And the tattoo booth is like hung off the side of that. So it's like a really cool.
Genuinely feels like a venue, and then you got a tattoo shop tagged literally to Edge venue. What it does create outside is a big sort of social hub where everybody kind of mingles. So stage 3 now, every band last year had a full house pretty much.
Yeah, yeah.
Even when it was sunny, you know, they're good at go for a drink while they're there, watch band at
And then, it's like
the
that.
atmosphere changed considerably compared to 3 years ago in that tent, definitely for the better.
Yeah.
And we're running his own bar now as well, so yeah, definitely an improvement.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to coming back, and I believe we're coming armed with kids, but I'm still trying to work out how much of the kids are coming. No, not how much. I'm not going to bring his arm and leg. Now, how long the kids are coming for? So I don't know as the kids yet can handle a full weekend.
Yeah.
Because the youngest is 7.
Right.
And so there's a lot in there for
In
them.
fairness, there's a good collection of kids that kind of playing football all day. They're playing games all day. Back at Traders again. Traders have changed now since you went. Traders are all arena facing, so they all face arena and close it all in, which creates a nice space behind them for them to play, for all kids to
Cool.
about there. So.
Yeah, it's cool then, because that was one of my concerns, because kids can't just stand watching bands hours on end. But they'd be good if they've got a bit of playground and like you say, knocking a ball about and then they ain't got to watch Dad falling over drunk. Grade A parenting, do you know what I mean? But that'd be pretty cool then. So it's cool. So there's a lot changed layout wise and.
Still similar 2 stages side by side for main arena.
Yeah.
But we've enclosed the arena with traders, so it feels a lot more enclosed.
Cool.
Still with food stalls and bar at back there.
Yeah. Okay.
Just so we've not got a clash of sounds.
Yeah. Cool. You reckon it's grown then?
It's grown every year since you've been, slowly, organically it's growing. Tickets are in front of where they were last year, so again, hopeful it's going to continue. Last month we see a massive increase in sales, particularly once we get to end of April and people get to that last payday, then you start to see a massive increase in sales. So I'm fairly confident that we'll be bigger again than last year, so it's already showing signs that it is. So.
Mega. Is the capacity growing then as well? So are you still keeping it?
We've always held it at 1,500 capacity. We didn't quite make it last year, but we got quite close. So I'm hopeful that we might just touch on that 1,500 this year. But we keep it 1,500 to try and keep it exclusive. But as you can see from size at site, it could easily, if we opened it up, it could easily take 5,000. So ultimately that'd be great. But realistic, it's kind of. A lot of us fans actually want us to stay small, stay intimate. They like it that there's lots of space and that you can move about and you're not kind of tucked in a crowd. So a lot of people actually like it for that. And beggars, don't make it any bigger. Don't make it any bigger. So double-edged sword, really.
It is, because it's one of them. It's got that nice feel to it because of its size and because it's not crowded exactly. And I think that would take away the charm of it, if charm's the right word, but the appeal and what makes it nice is that connection that it's not 1 million people.
No,
it's
I
nice.
certainly see it that it's not a festival for us. I don't put it on for me. I put it on for punters and for bands, and I think for the level of bands that play, which is, let's face it, most of them are underground bands, and some of them come from abroad. They're underground and not generally that well known. For them to be able to play them two main stages with that production, or to play a full tent in front of 250 people, that for me, that doesn't happen every day to an underground band or to a grassroots band. So to me, that makes more sense that they get more enjoyment out of it. You know what I mean? That they're doing something that they might never do again. Might be a one-off, a complete one-off, that they play a stage that big.
Yeah, definitely. That's the risk in it. If you start getting bigger and bigger, you'll lose that. You'll lose that, because if you grow that way, then you'll have to grow band-wise as well.
Yeah, you have to grow band-wise, and then if you grow band-wise, you have to grow production-wise, because if you just think, well, let's just look Blackstone Cherry.
Yeah.
They're not going to fit on that stage. As big as it is, they're not going to fit on that stage with their production, so then you'd have to go up a stage, and then you've got another cost. And it's just everything's a risk.
If you've got a Blackstone Cherry and do a stage the size of both stages, so you lose the side-by-side thing that everyone likes.
Everything's a calculated risk, isn't it, when you put an event on. And we've kind of got it right, so that we know we can make it work year on year, stick to a budget, and we can keep doing it.
Yeah.
Not overstretch ourselves.
Yeah, which is the big thing. Yeah. Like you say, calculated risk. Sometimes you're like, oh, it'd be nice to pitch that, but then you, the further you go, the further away from what people want as well. Like you say, if you grow,
as long as we've got a good smattering of real headliners, we always try and do a new breakthrough band, and we've got that with the Commoners. We always try and do a legacy band, and we've got that with Michael Monroe as headliners, and then we try and do a curveball, and curveball this year we're Old Republic. So it's a great mix, and that's what we try and do. We try and be different to every other festival that's out there, because let's face it, there are lots, and I'm not putting any festival down, by the way, I'm just saying there are lots, but a lot of the lineups generally are very, very much of a muchness. We try and not stick to that, try and bring in different bands, new bands, and people always then go away going, never heard of them, but they were great.
Yeah.
And just, our crowd know a good band when they see one. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, definitely. I remember we saw Raging Speed on, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then when
best band all time ever.
we watched.
Love Raging Speed.
We watched them.
You never heard of them before that?
Yeah, I'd heard of them, but I'd never. You'd seen them.
I've seen them. Yeah, back in the day.
Seen them.
Top picking leaves.
Yeah, so I remember watching them and thinking, that was mega. Who else were really good?
They were very, very, very drunk. And they just kept coming to me, more beer tokens.
I saw them not last year, year before, at like a thing called like Mangata Festival in Nottingham.
Oh yeah.
Like, I think you're at, what's the fucking, not Wrestling Rooms? Yeah, it might be.
Was it Old Cold Store or?
No. I can't remember who it was. My mates went, and it'd be like an all-day festival thing there. And they had been there all day. like they'd sing them like falling around, and he like mid-gig just like fell onto the drum kit and like knocked the drum kit over the thing. I was like, oh my, like swinging right, hit bass player in head with mic. Oh my fucking god. I love that though, me.
Brilliant. Well, it's not what you'd want for every band, but it's good for.
It's good for them.
It's good for them. They put some good stuff on. They do actually. That Mangata Festival stuff. Yeah.
They're a band, I don't know if you've heard of them, because you like your metal, you didn't you? They're a band called Tuskar.
Yeah.
A British band, just two lads.
Yeah.
Mate, I saw them there, I was deaf for like, maybe like 2 days after it was that loud. It was two people. It's two people on stage. It must split his bass and guitar, like Royal Blood style.
Yeah.
But the drummer sings as well while he's like losing his mind. Just such a good band. If you ever get a chance to see them, go and watch them.
Yeah, they do some good stuff. Yeah, cool as. Right, I'll wrap it then, because we've done quite a bit of filming now, haven't we?
Yeah.
That's cool with me. So, it's good night from him. Yeah. But thank you, John. Thank you, Josh. And you'll see all three of us, but not Robbie, unfortunately. Unless you're coming to.
I'm not. You're guesses, mate.
And so you'll see us all at Call It Wild. And it is, I don't remember the day. I know it ends on my
29th
birthday.
of May to 1st of June.
To 1st of June, I know that one because that's my birthday. Keep that one in. Yeah.
Ticks at Gigantic.
Yeah.
Get free hand tattoos.